IGN reviewed SparkingZero, and they give it a 7. Yeah, it's the same score as Concord, by the way. This is why I told you guys, I don't think Sparking is going to win Game of the Year. There's no way. I mean, I already knew it wouldn't. I don't even think it's going to win Fighting Game of the Year either, because reviewers and stuff don't understand like half the references that are in these games. The gaming journalists and stuff, they're not going to understand any of these references. You're not getting like, I don't think that's going to get Fighting Game of the Year over like Tekken 8. Game journalists are way too out of touch. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, just there's not much to say other than that. Yeah. They mentioned the difficulty of the game, bro. Oh, come on, bro. After you play for like a couple of days, it gets easy. Like, if I would do that grade 8 fight now, I'd destroy it. Because I actually know how the combat mechanics and stuff work. Let me see this. I gotta actually look at this review, bro. Oh, lordy. This thing probably has so much dislikes. I can't see dislikes on YouTube, but I imagine it's probably really bad. Oh, no. I imagine it's pretty bad. And then they reviewed the Dime episode as well, right? They gave it a 7 as well. That's like, holy crap, they're really trying to piss off Dragon Ball fans. They're doing their best to piss off Dragon Ball fans right now. I haven't seen the Dime episode yet, so I'm not gonna like talk about this part, but yo, they're doing their best to piss off DBZ fans. This is why I stopped listening to IGN, bro. The IGN is just, you can like, unless this guy that's reviewing the game actually plays Dragon Ball or has watched Dragon Ball, they're not gonna understand these references that are in this game and like all the cool stuff and like the supers and all that stuff. Like Vegeta doing his final explosion. They're not gonna understand none of these references that are in the game, or they're not gonna understand what the value of these what ifs being completely different is. Like, they're not gonna understand it. They're gonna see that and be like, oh, that's just the normal
one these guys want.
Like, they're not gonna understand it.
As the first direct sequel to Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 since its PlayStation 2 debut, there's something charming about Dragon Ball SparkingZero's old-school design and presentation.
Same score as Concord is crazy, bro.
And imbalanced in ways that are both
that is
annoying
crazy, bro.
And lore accurate. Menus are labyrinthian. Training tips are sparse and sometimes not very useful, but every battle is crafted with the sole purpose of putting the Dragon Ball Z fighting
the way they explain it isn't good,
as it appears in the anime into our hands. Fast-paced key slinging, teleport kicking, and magical hair dyeing is great fun, so long as you're patient with its gnarly learning curve. As a result, settling back into the pace and precision of this brawler feels just as much like a labor of love as the effort to resurrect the series in the first place.
Oh no! Folks, should I maybe get the heck out of here?
A 6? Why? What? This shit was fire. What? What? Yo, they're so out of touch. Bro, what? The anime or like the... What else would it be? What am I saying? Dude, they're so out of touch, it's crazy.
How great SparkingZero's characters and environments look in still screenshots. Every character, no matter what era of Dragon Ball they're from, looks better than I remember. In motion, things get a bit more dicey, with some cutscene animations in particular being awkwardly stiff. But at least the sound hits the mark.
If you want your little brat returned safely, Kakarot, prove your Saiyan spirit.
Nah, that's crazy.
Rocket's blast, key explosions, and booming whooshes of Z fighters flying at high speeds are ripped straight off the screens of old TV episodes. Most of the iconic voices of the various series are recreated pitch perfectly by their original voice actors too, which is an important detail to get right.
Farewell, Bulma.
Cool.
Trunks, and even you, Kakarot.
Another win for my inner child was the truly immense roster. 180 plus fighters pulled from every nook and cranny of the series are playable. Many of these characters are repeated in some fashion. There are 19 versions of Goku, for example.
19 versions.
But they all aren't simply reskins. They can have different special
different movesets and stuff.
Transformation trees, meaning base level Goku from the Saiyan invasion days has a different set of moves and a much lower upside than Buu Saga or Super Era Goku, who can transform into various Technicolor.
Every character is relatively different, I'd say.
These abilities can't be changed.
Some people have wild sense and stuff, some people don't.
With ability items that boost things like attack power and health, though I barely noticed any benefit at all when doing so.
I have not even used those.
The controls are universal.
You don't need those. You don't need those.
Some on the roster interact with the standard system slightly.
You don't need those.
Which is an appreciated layer of nuance. Android characters can't actively regain ki in order to
can perfectly beat this story without them.
Gigantic characters like Janemba can't be grabbed. SparkingZero makes no attempt to balance these differences either. Every time I was forced to fight a character that was canonically stronger than mine in the manga or anime, they were just as oppressive in-game as I'd expect. I didn't always like it, but I respect the commitment.
Let me see what you got.
Everything seems fine so far.
Execute the various techniques of its diverse.
What is his issues with the game?
Extremely frustrating. Inputs
because this game does have issues. It's not a perfect game. In no regards is it a perfect game.
Combat picked up the pace. Part of that is admittedly on me. The last entry of the series I played with fervor, but that was right after Barack Obama was elected. The fast pace of SparkingZero compared to Tenkaichi 3, mixed with the lax tutorial system, threw my 17 years older reaction speed out of the ring with ease. I spent a lot of time traveling back and forth between regular fights and the training mode to check and double check my understanding of when and how to use these techniques, as well as in the settings to adjust my button schemes and accessibility toggles.
I need to let him cook. I don't want to talk until he cooks.
Teacher was 25 brutal hours of getting kicked around. Also, compared to modern day fighting games, SparkingZero's training options are rudimentary at best. There's no expectation.
Yeah, the training mode is awful.
Frame data and hitboxes
like,
and a less competitive.
The way they explain stuff in the training mode was awful. Like sometimes they'd have you hold something and stuff that there was no indicator, you wouldn't know.
But targeted
other than like reading the dialogue, but sometimes the dialogue wouldn't explain it properly.
Behaviors would go a long way to help.
Like I remember when we were doing super counter, like it didn't explain it right. All it said was do up and square. Like that's all it said.
As you do damage and gain energy, a meter will charge that grants a skill point every time it fills. There's a handful of ways to spend these points, the most common being on unique skills each brawler has, like this and this one. But points also need to be spent carefully on transformations and the new revenge counter system, which works a lot like combo breakers from Killer Instinct. The timing on your defensive options is razor thin and can be a real bear to learn, but these can be life-saving. Unlike Ki, which is also used for a variety of offensive and defensive maneuvers, the resource management decisions you have to make on a moment-to-moment basis really add a welcome bit of strategy to an otherwise frantic fight.
I mean, sure, the game isn't perfect,
an old school approach to
but like, and it has so much fan service for Dragon Ball fans. So to us, it's like Christmas. Like, but to people from an outsider's perspective, they're like, bro, this is just any other game.
3 packs of characters and 2 $15 music packs. But I didn't see any option to buy them
all these characters for free too, bro. No monetization so far, other than like I guess the season pass.
So many of the menus are a hassle to navigate.
Bro,
for example,
what?
you can customize characters' abilities and
how
to be used in
it's
all
not
modes.
It's not that much of a hassle,
modes
bro.
Don't have paths to the customized screen within them, so you have to exit one completely and go the long way to make adjustments. This was barely acceptable in 2005, and we certainly don't have to live like this in 2024. The flagship single-player mode is called Episode Battles, which is a truncated retelling of the biggest Dragon Ball stories from various.
What they give Curse Clash? They better not give it anything higher than a 7.
Has done this in some form or
what they give Curse Clash?
This rather exhaustive version does a good job at keeping the time between.
Bro, you don't need the customization
and
things, bro.
Prioritizing the important moments versus making you play every single skirmish, as Tenkaichi 3 did.
You can beat the game without using the customization stuff. You don't need it.
Is that certain events can actually be cleverly changed
they didn't rate it?
for sometimes dramatic new outcomes. That could involve making a choice during a cutscene or ending a battle in a specific way that then changes the course of the story, sometimes dramatically. But not all of these side attractions are created equal, with only a few I've seen being truly jaw-dropping or substantial, like teaming up with Piccolo to kill Cell early.
We got a review copy, and it's the only one
Episode battles can be very difficult.
Think it's like
since powerful characters
that
can
substantial,
all but immune to your normal attacks.
I've seen some crazy ones. What?
Perfect defense to match.
They literally jump Frieza. Like what?
And find these largely hidden.
This is what I'm saying. The reviewers wouldn't understand the significance of like the what ifs. They wouldn't understand them probably, unless they were like real Dragon Ball fans.
Fight by fight basis in order to progress if you really need to. But these special tasks must be completed at least.
Or like the Gohan one, they're gonna be like, oh,
finding them
what's the issue?
An endgame activity. but I did appreciate the effort to spice
I understand
up
he
the
wouldn't bring up the
stories
go on because they
after
don't
rehashing
spoil, but like
that
still, there's some pretty significant ones.
What the?
Not all of them are that significant, of course, but like
There are also custom battles, which
What's this?
exist somewhere between
Oh.
Mario Maker and the Universe mode in a WWE game, using a toolbox full of special modifiers that limit what characters can and can't do in a given scenario, as well as some triggers that help program particular outcomes.
what would you give Sparking? I'd give it a 9.
These battles can potentially resemble
It's not
more of a
perfect.
puzzle than
It'd
just
probably be a
matching
10 for
digital
me if it had
action
rollback
figures
and
in
crossplay,
situations.
but it doesn't.
There's a shoddy
So I'd
system
give it
for
like a
putting
9.
together dialogue
But
so that
for
some
me
sort
being
of
a
narrative
Dragon Ball
can be
fan, this
added
is
to it.
Christmas. It's like it has everything I've ever wanted. It has like infinite content. I mean, sure, the game isn't balanced and stuff, but I knew going into it wouldn't be balanced.
But I'm not sure the tool's up to the task, even if I wanted to. There are quite a few custom battles made by developers.
And I've
like
seen people
Chun
complain
Li,
about, oh,
Big
why is
King,
the thingy slideshows over and over and over, bro? No one wants to replay the Dragon Ball story for like the 90 millionth time, bro. If you want to replay the Dragon Ball story and you're that pissed about the cutscenes or being slideshows or whatever, just getting straight to the point, go play Kakarot. Kakarot's right there. It's right there. They have a game for that. Like, we're not trying to replay the Dragon Ball story again and again and again. That's why I was happy. Like, oh, nice. They just did slideshows. We don't just cut straight to the what if, straight to the point.
And they don't really stretch the imagination that much.
I'm not
A
trying to
few of them
replay the
present interesting
whole
scenarios
story
and
again, bro. I've already
specific
done that a
parameters
million times, man.
Like seeing Kid go
I've seen
too
it a
far
million
with
times. I've
Master
played
Roshi,
it a million
who can
times.
only be beaten
Oh yeah,
by
you
the
can just go
command
watch the show.
But I haven't come
That's
across
just not an
an
argument for me,
aha
bro.
creation that really shows
I'm
me
not
the
counting that,
potential
bro.
of this mode.
I'm happy they're
SparkingZero at
slideshows.
least seems to break the Tenkaichi curse of truly.
But when they do like
available
cool
online
moments or like go on doing father son, they actually animated that one. If it's like cool notable moments of someone doing something crazy, yeah, they'll animate that. But like if it's just two people talking or something or like going somewhere, they're not gonna show them flying. They're just gonna slideshow it, which is nice.
player by supplying some solid network play. When wired up, I found minimal latency and
Final
lag
Flash?
issues
Oh,
in
I don't know. I
Dragon
haven't
Ball,
done
or at least
Vegeta's
not
story
enough
yet.
to blame
Or finished
it
Vegeta's story
for
yet,
me
so I don't know
dropping
if
a
they
combo
animated the
on
Final
this
Flash part.
error. There is a local split screen option for people who want to duke it out in person, but it's disappointingly limited to just one stage. The white void of the hyperbolic time.
Yeah, they added this very
Even
late.
still, playing SparkingZero with real people.
Because
that you
the
can hit
time
with a
chamber,
dramatic
they did
one-liner
it
or
because
guttural
there's since
power
there's
scream
like
is
object
still the best
destruction,
way to play.
doing that with split screen would have to clone the destruction, and then like it wouldn't be able to handle it, and the game would probably crash. Because they added it really late into development, since people wanted it so badly.
Dragon Ball SparkingZero is a final flash from the past, sometimes to a fault, as demonstrated by its archaic menus and remedial training tools. Its episode battles have the kind of reaction-heavy difficulty that doesn't really exist in most games these days, more than once crossing the line between challenging and frustrating. But the feeling of traveling back to a simpler time when games didn't have to be balanced or competitive to be fun is a good one. Especially when that action stays so true.
I haven't seen any like complaint so far of like
story that was
would make this a
foundational to
7.
my
Like
youth,
I don't.
looking and sounding as great as I remember it, with the opportunity to alter it in sometimes dramatic new ways, is clever, and the addition of tools to attempt to create your own stories could elevate the experiment even further if the community
Bro,
can
I don't
figure
see
out
it being
how
a
to
7.
make
Like
it
what? They haven't listed any argument that like makes it feel like a 7.
For more, check
Like,
out
I don't know, like, what?
Fantasio and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
I feel like they
For
just
everything
don't
else.
understand the significance of what they played. But like, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. But like, it just doesn't feel like they understood the significance of like the content in the game with like 180 plus characters, no monetization other than like I guess the season pass. Like, I mean, sure, there's stuff that's missing from the game, like lack of skins. There's no crossplay. There's no rollback. Balance is obviously cooked, but we knew that going into it. The biggest hitter, in my opinion, is no crossplay. No crossplay is awful. What else? There's hella offline content. There's hella online content. Tournament mode is phenomenal. You can do that with chat. It's so fun to do. What else? I can't think of anything that makes it a bad Dragon Ball Z game. For us, being Dragon Ball Z fans, this is amazing. This feels amazing. Sure, it's not perfect, but we knew it wouldn't be perfect. But like I don't know. I don't see it. More information at 4. Therefore, you can buy specific ad customization in the shop. Energy buzz being worded. Oh yeah, you could do this, but like you don't even need this that stuff.
Fly up to the high skill floor. As you do damage and gain energy, a meter will charge that grants.
I don't see it, man. I don't see. I feel like it's rage bait, but like it's not rage bait. This is his genuine review. Like I just feel like he wouldn't understand the significance. What? Like I don't. I feel like this guy doesn't understand the significance. I don't know. I don't see it. The only complaint I heard is that they didn't like navigating. Yeah, he said he didn't like navigating. The menu's not even that bad to me though. He said it right here.
A rare tool to navigate 2024. Similarly, so many of the menus are a hassle to navigate. For example, you can customize characters, abilities, and costumes.
I don't know, after you play for a while, you know where everything is.
But those modes don't have paths to the customized screen within them, so you have to exit one completely.
It's too many steps.
And go the long way to make adjustments. This was barely acceptable in 2005.
And this UI is trash. This UI is ugly. I missed the old UI. This UI is horrible. But we've all complained about this UI.
Like this in 2024.
And like there's not that much costumes. Like there's a lot of costumes missing from characters and stuff. But like that stuff can get added. But like for what the game has content wise,
is called episode battles.
There's no way I can give it a 7. It's like it's a 8 like 9 or 8
from various characters' perspectives.
To me, it's a 9.
Just about every Dragon Ball game has done this.
And this is not even like the replayability factor is like infinite because of that online character creator battle mode maker thingy. I haven't even tried that yet. Like you guys haven't even seen me try that yet. I have not done a single online create a battle custom thingy. I haven't even done that yet.
Toolbox full
because I'm still digging into the main game. Like I still have so much stuff I have to do.
Modifiers
and I've already done like what 6 videos. Like there's still so much stuff I have not even touched yet.
Some triggers that help program particular outcomes.
Like the replayability on this game is amazing. Like I just don't see it being a 7. Like I just feel like they don't understand the significance of what they played. But I mean, I don't know. A 7 is a criminal. Like, like I don't know, bro. A 7 is criminal, bro. Maybe I'm a biased Dragon Ball Z meat rider or whatever, but like, nah. That is nah, bro. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. Biased as I don't know, bro. Legit, the only complaints he had was the tutorial in the menu. Yes, those are valid complaints. The tutorial's trash. The way they explained some of the stuff was horrible. Like, it just wasn't good. Like, it wasn't good. That's why so many people are looking up guides and stuff. Because, like, people still don't know how to combo. People are taking back shots. They have zero clue how to get out of them. People don't even know how to combo into super. Some people think combos are true when they're not true. Like, there's so much stuff that's unexplained in the tutorial. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. Other than those, like, few like examples, it's not even. I just learned how to combo from behind and keep extending today. I mean, that's fine. This is day 2. Like, this is like day 2, literally. When we had early access, that was like day -3 or whatever. This is like day 2. The game came out yesterday, or day before yesterday, since it's past 1 o'clock now, like 12 o'clock. Like, bro, I don't know. My main complaints are tutorials trash. There's no crossplay. There's no rollback. I already knew there would be no rollback, obviously, but there's no crossplay.